All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward quickly. We have a presentation coming up, a short presentation, but a very important one, which is we spoke about sustainability yesterday, and we continue to do that. It's about sustainability meeting profitability. Let me go ahead and invite the Director and Head of AIoT Business Ventures at Bosch Softwares and Digital Solutions. We have with us Mr. Manan Chandana. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really honored to actually go after the panel which took center stage just before me. I think the final lines really captivated our imaginations and thoughts and left me with the takeaway that every problem can have a solution and technology is at the center stage of finding paths and solutions for what we are looking at, right? I actually wanted to start with a lot of data about sustainability, but being almost last on day 2, I don't need to do that because a lot of panels have already spoken about, the essence of sustainability, and and we all here actually are centered around 3 themes which are very, very relevant for us: sustainability, innovation, and human connection. Yeah, I have been trying to form human connection since yesterday. And the first question that I get asked is, what is Bosch doing at a retail event? Yeah. Are you from the Bosch consumer goods and do you sell washing machines or dishwashers? Yes, of course, that's a very important business for us. But ladies and gentlemen, I represent the software and digital solutions group of Bosch, which in fact is one of the market leaders in AIoT. That means the intersections of AI and IoT. Our motto is to be invented for life. That means we actually make products and solutions which bring enthusiasm in human lives. It touches human lives through innovation and are centered around the themes of sustainability. Bosch, as an industrial group, is the first industrial company in the world which was carbon neutral already in 2020. So we take the cue of sustainability quite seriously, right? But given that I have only 10 minutes now, I of course cannot talk about sustainability end to end and making it profitable. The title was maybe greenwashing a little bit to get your attention. I of course may not talk about the entire sustainability theme, but focus on something which will get instant gratification for retailers and not for the consumers, and maybe an instant sense of ROI and efficiency. Just to, put in some quotes from the panel yesterday by Mr. Kurian, right? Consumers today are already demanding sustainability. We are in a world where governments are trying to set up regulations which mandate or reporting energy audits and things like that. But malls and all of you retailers are major guzzlers of energy. Yeah, this we all know. Energy, in fact, is one of the top operating spends for all of you. And cutting down on energy will only make the controller's life easier and would also help you at least target some part of the ESG goals that we are all setting towards, right? So the one of the statements I heard yesterday that the entire room here and the entire conference here or the entire retailers are already paranoid about solving sustainability through innovation and technology. The panel before me also actually laid good groundwork or ground rules towards how AI, ML, IoT, and new age technologies are actually coming in. And at those intersections, we are finding value and solutions to actually help in at least creating a focused path towards finding solutions for sustainability. Yeah? So energy efficiency, of course, comes out to be one of the top target areas for all retailers, malls, brands, and maybe a good starting point. But whenever we talk about sustainability to operations heads, to CFOs and everybody else, there are questions that come around, right? That yes, of course, meeting energy efficiency and sustainability goals are important, but isn't it very time consuming? Where is the ROI? How do we create a structured program? Whom do we work with? What solutions do we go after, right? But what we recommend through our sustainability matrices and frameworks, that having the right focus, the right partner, and the right solutions can definitely set you on the path towards that journey. Yeah? So, but where to start, right? So I'll quote Pearson's law, that which is measured improves, but that which is measured and reported improves drastically or improves exponentially, right? So the first start would be to actually monitor, to measure, to report, to benchmark, to audit, and then move forward from there, right? So if you look at the traditional monitoring solutions in the market, energy monitoring solutions, we've all had our traditional meters at our houses, at our facilities and things like that, which are maybe very static and non-actionable. Now the world has moved towards something called as sub-meters or smart meters, where you can plug a sub-meter to a individual equipment and get data of how much that particular equipment is actually consuming, right? But it is, again, intrusive in nature. You have to have infrastructural changes to your store and things like that to actually get to that. Then, of course, we have highly cost-intensive building management systems or some intensive building automation systems where, of course, large buildings can, do that, and we recommend them. We ourselves have solutions in that space. But for distributed spaces like retail, quick service restaurants, small offices, commercial banks, it does not always prove an wise investment given the upfront size of the investment, right? So, you need a solution which is plug and play. You need a solution which is non as capital intensive and maybe also not intrusive. Yeah? So when we design this energy efficiency program, what are the factors that we look at? So we look at working with retailers and brands to define their energy strategy. We look at how can they digitize their energy. That means how can they automate, monitor, measure, things like that, right? Then we look into how can they increase energy efficiency, not only looking at energy overall, but looking at individual assets and appliances, right? Can you go to granular level of appliances and understand what a particular appliance is consuming? What's the health of that appliance? Can you get into predictive, prescriptive maintenance, for example, for better energy goals and things like that? And how do you really integrate energy into operations? How do you create SOPs around it so that you don't have to spend operational staff to actually take actions every time that there's a recommendation and things like that, right? And what are the KPIs that you work with, and how can you have a control? So now if all of this could be put in a solution, right, that is what we have. We have a solution called Phantom. It is all of this that I just described in a box. So it is actually energy management system in a box. Bosch is a market leader in edge compute. So what we do is, in this simple box, which is very, very non-intrusive to install, we have powered in our complex patented algorithms, which go in here, which work on basic principles of IoT. That means it can connect non-intrusively to your distribution boxes. It can communicate over Wi-Fi, 4G, and things like that. And it is powered by a powerful mobile app and a SaaS application, so being end-to-end like that, right? But really, what is the solution all about, right? So the solution is a non-intrusive box which actually gets installed in your distribution box, and it can see multiple assets with the power of AI. So what we do is, when we install a Phantom at your mains panel, for example, we can differentiate between your sources of power. We can differentiate whether the power is coming from your grid or from your solar panels or from your backup DC generators. We can measure the health of this power source, because a lot of times, a lot of energy is wasted because you don't balance your phases well. A lot of times, energy is wasted because there is a problem in harmonics which can lead to short circuits at your appliances and things like that. So that's a major cost. So we look at health of source of energy, for example, and predict what is wrong and what is right. But more beautifully, what we do is, with a single box, we are able to actually see multiple assets downstream. That means we are able to disaggregate your demand, and based on pattern recognition and sensor fusion, what we are able to do is actually, just based on your few of these boxes, we are able to tell how much, for example, an HVAC would consume, and how much a fan is consuming, how much your air handling unit are consuming, and things like that, without having to individually connect to each of them, right? So the beauty is that we are actually replacing the need of maybe 50s or hundreds of sub-meters with a few Phantom boxes, which gives you that instant ROI view. And in any IoT solution, be it industrial or anything, and a solution ROI, if it is less than 18 months, it is very, very powerful. Yeah? So just with this, we are able to actually, with our actionable insights, we are able to have behavior-based savings, operation-based savings help you set SOPs, get into eliminating wastage around pilferages, around non-intentional use, and asset health and things like that. And because it's a platform approach, on the singular platform, you can actually benchmark all your facilities. You can rate the energy intensities of your different sites, and you can compare similar assets across stores, across facilities, and things like that. So sitting centrally, you can manage really the energy consumption, the operational usage, the behaviorals of assets, schedule maintenance, and things like that, right? Just with Phantom. And we are actually taking it beyond energy, right? Because energy is something which is important to save, but of course, I cannot go to a quick service restaurant and tell him that, hey, boss, please switch off your AC because it's consuming a lot of energy. He will say, I have thousands of people in my store. How can I switch off my AC, right? So it's important to bundle the decision-making pieces together. And with the power of IoT, that's possible. The box that I showed you is also a gateway. So it could communicate to other sensors, which you already have or what we can help you install. And with that power, you could not only get energy data, you could get air quality data, temperature data, footfall data, and all of that on a singular platform and automate decision making. We're also adding a layer of automation where we could put actuators to our appliances and turn them on and off, or schedule assets and things like that. So with that combination of a platform approach, I think we're on the right track to make a difference. This product has already made a difference in different markets of the world. And now we are bringing it into India with some strategic pilots and scaling up in India as well. With all of these advantages, eliminating energy wastage, improvising your assets, bringing operational efficiency to your stores, and improving safety of your assets and appliances in general, right? So that's the journey we are on. We are, of course, in touch with some of the retailers who were here since yesterday, but we would be happy to have further conversations and talk more in detail about the impact we are creating globally and how we could help you accelerate action towards sustainability, energy efficiency, and things like that. I would also be happy to introduce some of our consulting portfolios around this space, but in focused conversations. That's my time. Thank you so much.